Senator John Kennedy says the reason gas prices are going up is because the oil is in Louisiana and Texas and the dipsticks are in Washington, D.C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coffee with Bill. I'm the guy who's been elected President of the United States just as many times as Joe Biden. And I am going to make a controversial statement that needs to be repeated all across the USA, in all 50 states and in every state legislature and in every law enforcement agency in America. It's this: children should be protected from sexual perverts. There's going to be more to come on that topic, and outlawschapel.com is one of the few groups with the courage to take on the most diabolical political movement in American history. Okay, let's see what's happening. The Omicron variant is now making its way across the news channels. Oh, but Bill, don't you mean it's spreading from person to person? No, I mean it is spreading from news story to news story. How many variants are there going to be? As many as the Democrats need to get their dictatorship. I am beginning to think that this may well be the first pandemic to be stopped by the Second Amendment. As America's leading liberalologist, I strongly suspect that the Omicron variant is really nothing but a new marketing scheme because elections are coming up. Here we go. Nancy Tilton posted this. The new variant is called Omicron. Rearrange the letters, it spells moronic, which is what you are if you fall for this crap again. Fear-mongering and racism is pretty much all the Democrats offer. Well, except for looting, rioting, maliciously prosecuting innocent people, and facilitating the assassination of law enforcement officers. I am calling upon the Constitution Party, because they're the only ones that will, I'm calling upon them to launch a Nuremberg-style investigation into the entire pandemic fiasco. The Constitution Party is the only political party with the moral and ethical standards necessary to take on the biggest criminals in American history. The Democrats are behind the greatest crime against humanity ever committed in the USA. And the Republicans let it happen. I'm also preparing a new video called Fauci Tards, which will probably get me kicked off Facebook, and that's why I asked my viewers to subscribe at outlawschapel.com. So if the bad guys cut me off, I'll still have communications with my friends. Because of violent crime, 21 states now have constitutional carry, where citizens have the right to carry a gun without getting special permission from the government. That is exactly what the Second Amendment says we all have a right to do. Most states are working to clear the way for constitutional carry. And as a 20-year lawman, I strongly support the Second Amendment, as it is written. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf is one of the worst governors in the country, and he just vetoed constitutional carry for Pennsylvania. Now the legislature needs to rally and override the veto of the corrupt Democrat. Just for the record, Tom Wolf is a man who appointed Dr. Levin to oversee medical care in that state. And that tells us everything we need to know about the man. Comedian Bill Burr is standing up to the cancel culture bullies. He says, "I will not apologize for telling a joke at a show that you weren't even at." Good for him. Cancel culture is a wicked movement to intimidate all Americans from speaking out on moral decency and equal treatment of all people. It is left-wing bullying, and I'm pleased to see people who are being targeted fighting back. And speaking of left-wing bullying, Black Lives Matter is calling for the boycott of all white businesses this Christmas. Does that mean they're going to stop smashing and looting? Don't you miss the days of Martin Luther King Jr., who said that the USA should be a place where a man is judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character? You want to know how to identify the racists among us? It's pretty easy. To a racist, everything is a skin color issue. To know who the racists are, just look to see who tries to turn everything into a skin color issue. In the Wild Bill for America Dictionary of the American Language, Racist is defined as Democrat. I think everybody with half a brain knows that the USA is in serious trouble, and these two characters, Lloyd Austin and Mark Milley, may be the most dangerous of all because these two are actively undermining military readiness. Instead of focusing on military threats, they are doing things that no American military officer should ever do. They are launching a countering extremism working group to identify unapproved attitudes among service members with the intent of drumming them out of the military. And both of these men, Lloyd Austin and Mark Milley, excuse me, are 100% sold out to the Democrat Party. And that means that the extremists that they will be looking for will be Trump supporters, Christians, and constitutionalists, which is sad because those people are the most fiercely dedicated to serving honorably and defending the USA. This has been Coffee with Bill. Thanks for being here, and America bless God again.